Hi, TFH community. Long time no see. I kind of want to start this video off by saying sorry for, I guess myself, my inclusion in TFH, because although I really extremely love the game and I really do appreciate everything I went through with the game, like now, of course, uh, I was going through a very rough period in my life during during the times I was with the game, and I had an extremely toxic relationship with the game to where it was kind of at the moment fueling my OCD to where I just kept going on this game, kept doing all this shit even though I didn't really necessarily wanted to for the most part. But it made me learn a lot about this game, and I can 100% tell you I have more knowledge than anybody else in the TFH community, even now with my absence of like 2-3 years. I have the most knowledge out of anybody in the TFH community. But I do want to apologize for my behavior because it was extremely destructive and self-destructive mainly, but it kind of got pushed onto other people because of my anger of my self-hatred, my anger of my failures as a person, and my failures as a failure of my mom because my mom died when I was getting very into TFH, and I know I probably said this a million times, but I wasn't really the most open person. Excuse me, I wasn't really the most open person per se. I would share a lot of emotional trauma or just emotional moments, but I would really dislike talking about myself, and it definitely kind of showed a lot once it started to really progress after a few years, and I started becoming like self-reliant on relationships I had made in the community, which was not the healthiest for me at the moment. I truly just needed therapy and to love myself in order to get what I was going through. And I'm extremely sorry for every person that I've wronged. And I mean that with the utmost care, utmost responsibility. I'm kind of one winging this. This is just me speaking from the heart. So I may cut here and there. I also do want to apologize for a little bit of the state of the game. I'm not sure how much I'm legally allowed to say, but there was a change that that went through that really divided the casual and competitive community. Even the competitive community, they were not rocking with it, and it was a change to roles to where no matter what, you would get hit by Oki, or like you get hit by a lingering move on your wake up. You could no longer roll out of the corner and like backdash or gamble. Like before, if you don't know what happened, if you weren't like there for the previous patches of TFH, before there used to be ways to get out of the corner to where you could like kind of gamble and kind of like make make the person who's like in control kind of guess on what you're going to do with like rolls in the corner and then into a backdash, or say like roll out of the corner into a backdash. You would go super far, and a lot of the competitive people I was with and around at the time really did not like that, and I kind of got like, I kind of didn't like it as well. But at the same time, like, I feel like it's my responsibility to say that I'm sorry for that change going through. I know it wasn't ultimately, it's not like it's one person's decision or whatever like that. It's a group of people, and like it's the dev's decision at the end of the day. But I feel like I had such influence on helping that change go through that I want to take accountability for kind of ruining TFH, because the casuals, believe it or not, most people in fighting games don't really want to block. Like, blocking is fun for me, of course, but that doesn't mean it's fun for 90% of the community. And that change really, really kind of messed up a lot of things for the community, I feel. Another thing I want to kind of apologize for is being so anonymous. I've always had a sort of issue of being the center of attention, which I know kind of just doesn't make sense with the way I was kind of talking. I like the way I used to kind of talk was like more in a friendly way, to where like I treated everybody as like kind of like almost like a friend, to where I'd banter, I'd feel like egotistic in a way, even though I really hated myself, which self-hatred in itself is a sort of type of like egocentrism. I'm making up words, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I kind of did that throughout my time in the community, and I very much apologize. It made me seem like an asshole, which I definitely do respect at the moment. I kind of was an asshole because self-hatred kind of does make you an asshole in a way, because you just kind of lean into traits that you may not be recognizing at the moment. And I believe I made a lot of asshole decisions during my time, especially with some of the friendship relationships I made. I don't feel I'm fully at fault of everything, of course, but I do take majority of accountability for everything I've done in my life, all the downfall that's kind of come with me in the TFH community, if that makes sense. Gosh, I really should have made a script for this, but I kind of wanted to rejoin the TFH community in a way, because I haven't really been on like any social medias for the most part. I've kind of after my huge mental breakdown in like the 2022, 2023, 2024, that sort of era, I kind of like stepped away from social media, stepped away from anything online for the most part. I was kind of just watching movies, kind of just going through therapy, talking with friends, talking with family, and building a life with my wife. I now have a family. I have kids, and I couldn't be happier. I'm in like the best state of my life currently, and I feel like that's why I kind of feel I need to sort of say sorry in a more direct and honest way. I love TFH as much as I love the community, and it took me a long time to realize that, because I was so focused on not being the center of not being the center of attention, being a recluse, being sort of like, I really want to help this game, but at the same time, I don't want to be affiliated by it, because I was cringe. I didn't feel myself as worthy as a person to be in the community, as to be a sort of like spokesman or say leader for the community. And I feel like that was the stupidest thing for me, because I had one of the biggest roles in helping push content, because at the end of the day, I really wanted more people to play TFH. And so in my brain, I sort of like was just like, well, if we take away the brony part of TFH, then more competitors, will sort of like appreciate it for the fighting game aspect. And so I kind of pushed with that mentality, but at the same time, I was kind of like I was kind of closeted in a way, because I do love My Little Pony. I do love the creatures that Lauren Frost made for TFH, and more importantly, I do love the animators and the art direction that all the development team had to do in order to make these characters come to life. Like, sure, Lauren Faust made the characters or whatever like that, but like they didn't necessarily bring them to life like the animators or the dev team did with the all the animations, all the movesets, blah 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 blah. Like, I really, it kind of like this is gonna sound so stupid, but it kind of pissed me off that a lot of bronies were kind of just writing off the dev team's talent for just Lauren Frost, because like I don't know, it just kind of pissed me off. Really, it really did piss me off, and I really wanted to show the devs that I appreciated this game, which was maybe I didn't do the best job. I feel like I kind of did the best job, but at the same time I didn't, because I was just a little bit of a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie. God, I'm trying to get this recorded in one go, but I'm hoping my son doesn't cry. I just put him to bed, and so let's fingers crossed he doesn't really cry, and I have to like record this another day and lose my train of thought. Um, I guess the last thing I wanted to say is that I've done a lot of growing over the years, because having a kid, it kind of forces you to grow up in a way that like nothing else teaches you. Like, online spaces, like if you grew up online, which a majority of us Gen Z, whatever like that we kind of grew up online. If you I'll just say you're not really mature if you grew up online until you actually like go out into the real world and experience all it has to offer, especially having a kid. When you have to take care of someone, it really challenges you both mentally, emotionally, and economically. You can't like be selfish at all. Like, selfishness is kind of out the window, and you're forced to grow up and raise a child. You're forced to always get up and change their diaper or see what's wrong. Why are they crying? You need to feed them. You need to like get them warm. You need to swaddle them. All this other stuff, and it made me sort of like it kind of forced me to retire as all this stuff, like online careers or whatever like that. I don't post videos. I don't make videos anymore. The only thing I really do is like sing, but like other than that, I don't do anything online. My life is strictly kind of offline, and I just have a little time to like play games or do whatever. And I still love fighting games, and I still love TFH. It's something I've thought about for the past 2 years. I've really put a lot of thought into my life and the good moments and both the bad moments of my life, because I did have a lot of bad moments with TFH, and in moments I wish I could take back, and I wish I could kind of heal for a lot of people, which it's kind of up to them if they want to heal, if they want to listen to me or not in my more mature state. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to ask if I could rejoin the TFH community. This is like a God, I feel like a little kid walking up to like the teacher being like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" But no, I don't know. It feels like a respectful thing to ask if you guys wanted to accept me again. I have a lot of knowledge that I do want to share, and if possible, I'll try to share. I mean, I can't make any promises, but there's like a fucked up Fred combo that I really wanted to share. It not Fred combo, but Fred Oki that nobody else has done. There's a paprika stuff that nobody's doing that is extremely strong. There's a lot of shanty stuff that nobody really does, but I don't know. I just really want to share this stuff because Paprika's a really strong character. Shanty's a really strong character. All these other I haven't touched anybody else besides Nidra. As for the new characters, I don't personally care about like, the men, or like, was it the dragon Nina? No, not Nina, or whatever her name is. The freaking Tianhuo clone. But I feel like there's a lot to be shared still within the community, and I'd love to share because I genuinely am a treasure trove of information, and I'd love to just maybe play some sets with people, help them get better, help like the community thrive in the most healthiest way possible. If they don't want to, that's fine. I just want to play sets. I just want to have fun and share information. And I don't know, maybe one day, maybe one day, freaking go to an event like a big TFH major and just have my kid cheering for me in the background. That'd be super cool. I think that'd be super, super cool. Oh my gosh, please don't tell me I'm recording. Okay, my recording's fine. But yeah, I kind of want to end it here and yeah, just say sorry once again. All right. I'm out.